Hockey is a fast-paced and highly skillful game. One of the fundamental skills of hockey is hitting. Hitting is an effective way of passing quickly between players and is especially effective at powerfully shooting at goal. There are three phases to a hit: swing phase, hitting phase, and follow-through. There are several key components to these phases that will be looked at in this video. In the game of hockey, good body position is very important, and this is especially true for hitting. You can see vast differences in the angle of the back relative to the vertical line on the left and the right screens. As we look through the entire swing, you will be able to see the effect that these body positions have on her ability to perform the task. At the point of contact, the angular differences are still vast. And you can see here, due to the high body position on the right, that she is going to make poor contact with the ball. On the left, however, she is going to make contact with the ball right in the middle of the head of her stick, which is optimal. The respective body positions on the left and right have drastically affected the direction of the ball. Maintaining a high body position throughout the hit execution directly led to the ball being shanked on the right-hand side. All the way through follow-through, it is still important to maintain a low body position. Subtle changes to body position can affect the ball direction. Still looking at body position, it is not only important to bend at the hip, but just as important to bend at the knee to maintain a low position. Not only does bending at the knee create a more optimal body position, but it allows for more force to be generated during the hit. Here, at the point of contact, you can see that the performer on the left has a smaller knee angle than the performer on the right. Ideally, you would want this angle to be much larger than 180 degrees, signalling a larger knee bend. Obviously, this is only to a certain extent. You don't want the knee bent so much that the person is squatting while they hit. Getting this good body position can be aided by good ball placement. Ensuring the ball isn't too close to the body allows the performer to take a larger step and move far more freely. Another important aspect of body position is head movement. To be accurate with your hitting, you need to maintain eye contact with the ball through the three phases: swing phase, hitting phase, and follow-through. On the left, the player has a flat back and a clear line of sight to the ball. On the right, however, her high body position makes seeing the ball slightly more difficult. Her shoulder almost seems to be obstructing her vision. As we look through the swing, her head comes further and further up, and effects are evident from the direction of the ball. At the point of contact, on the right, her head is down and her eyes are still firmly fixed on the ball, and as said previously, her ball contact is good. On the right, however, her head is lifted and her ability to see the ball is diminished. This is part of the reason why her ball contact is so poor. This trend continues into follow-through. Even at follow-through, it is important to keep looking at the ball. Subtle changes to body position can affect the ball's eventual direction. It also means that you know exactly where the ball is and can react better should your hit be intercepted. When hitting, you need to stand side on to your target and maintain that position until you have completed the task and react to the consequences of your hit. When using proper hitting technique, shoulder rotation is important. However, trunk rotation is not and needs to be minimized. To demonstrate this, we will look at the changes in exposure of the abdomen during task execution, with a poor performer on the right and a good performer on the left. Initially, you can see the abdomen exposure is fairly similar. This, however, changes quite dramatically throughout the course of the hit. Here, at follow-through, on the right-hand side, it is clear that she has rotated her trunk quite considerably, as there is much less of her abdomen showing than there was to start with. On the left, her trunk has rotated slightly, which is inevitable, but this was to a far smaller extent. We are still able to see a majority of her abdomen. The position on the left is a far more optimal follow-through position. When hitting, your lead hip is like a pointer. The direction in which your hit points will be a fairly accurate indicator of where the ball you hit ends up. At the start of the movement, both the performers have their hips pointing straight at the camera, which was the desired target. However, as we step through the video, the starting position dramatically changes for the performer on the left. The performer on the left's hip is now pointing slightly right. This will affect the direction of the ball. The performer on the right, however, has her hips still pointing in the same direction. This trend continues on into follow-through. The good performer on the right has 3 parallel lines for her hip position. This is optimal, and the ball that she hit went directly towards her target. However, the poor performer on the left has skewed her hips, and you can clearly see that the green arrow is pointing in the direction of the ball, which is not straight and did not go to the target. In order to maintain good hip position, the player must minimize her trunk rotation. To help maintain balance and increase power in the hit, weight must be transferred to the front foot during the swing. Initially, the stance of the performances isn't very different if you're looking solely at the foot position of the performer on the left and the performer on the right. In the good performer on the left and the poor performer on the right, you can see that they both have their feet shoulder width apart, which is good. However, continuing through the movement, the feet should become further than shoulder width apart. In the swing phase of this task, a fairly large step forward is required to produce more power. The performer is able to hit through the ball in this situation. This large step is evident in the performer on the left, but no step at all is seen in the performer on the right. This lack of step in the right-hand performer will directly affect the ball speed and could possibly lead to stress injuries in the shoulder and back, as the whole body is not being used to hit the ball like it is on the left. At follow-through, you saw the performer's initial movement on the right was to step backwards. It would appear that she is off balance, and this could lead to her undercutting the ball. On the left, however, her weight is still firmly over her front leg, so she is more prepared to follow up her hit, and she would have got more power in that hit than the other performer. In a hockey hit, the backswing is often referred to as body wrap. Body wrap involves a rotation of the shoulders with flexed wrists and a flexed right elbow. Flexing the elbow allows shoulder rotation to occur efficiently, whilst minimizing trunk rotation and maintaining square hips. On the left, the performer has a much smaller elbow angle, indicating larger elbow flexion. On the right, the performer has a larger angle, indicating less elbow flexion. As you progress through swing phase, the elbow should extend. At the point of contact, the elbow should be fully extended and remain extended right through to follow-through. This position is strong and generates optimal power. Essentially, there is no perfect hitting technique. Every player has a different style that works for them. The features that I have identified are all aspects that could help improve a player's performance. All in all, good performance comes from lots of practice. Practicing these 4 key elements will enable a hockey player to be better at hitting. Firstly, practice having a low body position. Secondly, minimize trunk rotation. Thirdly, make sure body wrap is correct with a flexed elbow. And fourthly, ensure good weight transfer to the front foot during the hit.